Hello? I am checking out a new game. Not necessarily a complete look, but I'm just looking at it. The Shapeshifting Detective from Wales Interactive. Let's go. New game.
You're listening to Radio August. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
It's 5 o'clock and I'm Alice Monroe with your August update. August police are appealing for information following the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw's body was discovered last night. Chief DuPont is calling the crime a violent and despicable act. Anyone with information about the murder is urged to get in touch via the department's confidential tip hotline. It's horrible, Poe.
Indeed it is.
You need to learn when to keep your mouth shut.
Who? So I've got some sort of interface here. A trash can, and who are you? And, Sam.
Exactly. Rewind.
Hey.
You're listening to Radio August. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
It's 5 o'clock and I'm Alice Monroe with your August update. August police are appealing for information following the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw's body was discovered last night. Chief DuPont is calling the crime a violent and despicable act. Anyone with information about the murder is urged to get in touch via the department's confidential tip hotline. It's horrible, Poe.
Indeed it is.
What the hell?
You need to learn when to keep your mouth shut.
So what do I do then? Hit the trash can?
You know why you're here, don't you?
Yes or no?
Then humor me. The dead girl. And this. What exactly were you thinking? You have one job. Don't get caught. Do you think you can do that this time?
Yes or trash can?
It's a rhetorical question. You're going to a town called August. Find Chief DuPont. He's gonna think you're someone else. This person. This is who you are now. Understood? Splendid. If someone so much as sniffs that you're different, you'll be deprecated.
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 We expect you to use your ability. Just don't get caught. And never, ever change into a child.
In brighter news, August resident Mia French is celebrating the return of her missing pooch, Barley. The 8-month-old Basset Hound puppy was found outside Daryl's Chicken and Ribs.
And that's 5 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
I'm Violet. Welcome to the guest house. There are some rules. In particular, no shoes in the guest house. The carpets are priceless. Now, how long are you staying for?
As long as it takes, or I'm not sure.
That's fine. It's yours for as long as you want it. There's not been many visitors of late. Perhaps the murder will bring some tourists in.
So I can ask visitors, or I guess not say anything. The trash can.
It's just you and some tarot readers at the moment. It's deathly quiet. Yes, the murder. You haven't spoken to the chief yet, have you?
Chief?
Chief Dupont. He's the one who booked the room for you. You look lost. You should probably go and speak to the chief. Your room is just down the hall, last on the left. It has its own back door. The chief said that's the way you'd like it.
Just finishing.
Predicting the future? I'm just looking for my room.
You don't believe?
Nope.
That's okay. Sometimes life is just a stream of coincidences. Hi, I'm Bronwyn.
Pleased to meet you.
Pleased to meet you, Sam. If you'd like a reading.
Sure.
So, what's your question, Sam?
Will I win, or are you guilty?
The fool. I'm going to see a lot more of you, aren't I, Sam? Well, enjoy the journey. But remember, not everything is winnable. I'm in room 1 and that's down the hall. Rain's in 2, Lexi's in 3. And which room are you in, Sam?
Last on the left. As I'd rather not say.
Good. We're neighbours. Just knock if you need me.
Pair of purple curtains in my bedroom. The sun goes down, and I feel my skin shedding in the darkness. I huddle down and wait for the sunrise, hoping to become a butterfly. But when the sun comes up, I'm still a caterpillar. Now, Poe, what do you think that dream could mean?
Very interesting. So she is a caterpillar, but I would think she wants to change into something else. But because she turns back into her original shape, she basically can't really change. So perhaps she's someone who wants to change, but somehow goes back to her old ways.
You know what? You are so close, Poe. So, Helen, firstly, thank you very much for writing in and speaking to us. I would like to just say to you that what I think is that you want to reveal something private about your life, but you're worried that when you do, you will still be as ordinary as you were before, because the skin shedding relates to personal transformation.
Nice. Yeah. Well, I was close, but your explanation is so much nicer.
Thank you for your dreams. You're listening to Radio August.
Go to the room. I'm not controlling any movement here, by the way, just... This is all automatic. only option is leave.
The first domino to be pushed down. She was young. They usually are. They're easier to infect young. They listen. It took time for her fall, but the demon knew.
Turn off the radio.
Upon, and this demon was nothing if not patient, ever present.
I can hail a cab.
Until the virus got her, until the sickness spread, the demon could only enjoy that girl trapped in his teeth. Prepare for the moment, the tipping point when she would finally cut her strings and fly. There was a process to this. The young, susceptible, high-risk groups already have a home for the demon in their heart.
Good, you got my message. Chief Inspector DuPont. I wasn't sure you'd come, but I suppose you're between jobs?
I'm Sam.
Well, we both know that's not true. But I like it. Sam. That's your cover now. So, the job. Dorota Shaw. 21, accomplished cellist, redhead. Strangled. I know who did it, but I need proof. Those tarot readers. Yes. Keep up, Sam. That's the girl who was murdered. Because they predicted it. The older one, Bronwyn, she came into my office last night talking all crazy and saying Dorota was in trouble. I did my best not to lock her up.
Crazy?
It all sounded crazy to me. Tarot, the spirit world, cards that move, trans-dimensional thingamajigs. To be honest, I thought she'd been smoking something. And that's why I didn't take it seriously.
Why isn't she in jail?
Because things. I don't have enough on her. That's where you come in. The free guest house stay isn't free. I need you to work the case and report back to me. Find out things from the inside. Can you do it?
Nope, or I'll try.
Okay. I'll be telling everyone that you've been hired by the Shaws because obviously local law enforcement is either too incompetent or too overworked to solve anything. That gives you a license to talk to people, but only notionally. Don't actually touch people or annoy them. You don't have any real authority, understand? But you help me out, I'll help you.
Help me out? Where's my badge and gun?
Do I have to spell it out? I'll make your problem go away, or at least sink it to the bottom of a pile of paperwork.
Problem?
Your old town? The problem? Come and find me when you're settled. This is Second Chance Sunday for you, Sam. Don't blow it.
Tell me about Dorota. Do you have an alibi for last night? Where was she killed? What can you tell me about Violet? What do we know or leave?
What do you want to know? She was a cellist, selected for a scholarship at Juilliard. It was in the local paper. I'm more of a Bon Jovi fan myself.
When was she killed?
Don't read the paper, do you? Yesterday, Monday the 9th at approximately 9 p.m, according to the coroner. We got a call from the mother just after 10 p.m. In her bedroom. She was naked. Strangled. No signs of sexual activity of any kind. It was a weird scene to look at. There was one thing, but it's strictly between you and me. Dorota had a gold coin in her mouth. I'm being serious now, Sam. Not a word of this. It's the one thing only the killer would know.
Uh-huh. Violet?
Board here, runs the local guest house. Lovely lady. Where are you going with this, Sam? What's she told you?
Say nothing.
Look, if it's about the pills, I already know. Do I have an alibi for last night? Do I? Okay. I was here, and there are video monitors that will prove it. Thanks for ruling me out, genius.
What do we know?
Not much. Perhaps you should do some investigating?
I can't leave then.
Satiated the awful curiosity of the audience, fed the other demons, gave them a bigger home, a louder voice, and let them spread. A boy this time. Good. They were more successful. After the first domino falls, the rest go quickly. Always. He was a football player. Big, loud, and sure. Good. He wouldn't take long. The demon knew it, and he didn't. The demons are already there. They just need ears to listen.
I assume you've been to see Chief DuPont already.
Yeah, did you know Dorota?
Not really. I'm sure she was a precious lamb, though. She reminds me of me, but without my intellect.
So Dorota was nice.
Nice, yes, that's a good description. Actually, I thought she was a bit slutty, to be honest. You should talk to her boyfriend. I'm sure they weren't exclusive.
Where do I find her boyfriend?
Oscar lives at the vicarage next to the church. Don't tell him I sent you, though. I'm sure he's sick of seeing people already.
Who are the other guests?
They're tarot readers. I'm thinking of asking them to leave, actually.
Why do you want them to leave?
Because they may have killed someone. It's not great for my reputation, is it? Stay at Violet's, the home of killers and hobos. I'm sorry, it's a derogatory word, isn't it? But strange people seem to gravitate towards this guest house, Sam. I think I'll get the sign changed.
What were you doing last night?
It's the strangest thing. I honestly don't remember. But I imagine I was here or getting groceries somewhere. I've driven by it, never actually been in it.
Chief said you were taking pills. What for?
I take clozapine. I think they're for anxiety. I'm a very anxious person.
She doesn't come across it here, though.
Jessica, I love you, she said.
Sam, is it? I'm sensing you're not here for a reading.
I have some questions about the murder.
Chief DuPont thinks I did it. I'm hoping you'll convince him otherwise.
Why should I convince him?
All I'm asking is that you dig a little deeper than the chief. I had nothing to do with Dorota's death. There's a lot more at stake here than you know, Sam.
Like what?
Well, if I told you that, you'd have nothing to do.
How did you predict the murder?
We saw it in the cards, not images, feelings, impressions. Tarot can be very powerful.
Can't you ask who the killer is?
Not these cards. They only tell us what they want us to know.
Where were you at 9 p.m. last night?
In my room, reading. I found a trashy romance novel under the bed. I'm assuming it's Violet's. It's all swooning heroines and brooding vampire Casanovas. Thank God Lexi saved me.
Saved you?
She came to my room to chat for a little while. That was around 9, I think. You can ask her.
Leave.
Circular face? And what looks like could have perhaps been...
You must be a new guest. Or you're burglaring us. I'm Rain, by the way.
I'm Sam.
Pleased to meet you, Sam. Enjoy your stay. The hot water goes off at 9, by the way. So it's cold showers from there on in. It really bugs me.
What do you know about Dorota?
I didn't know her. I know she was called Dorota Shaw.
Dorota.
She was young, had red hair, a talented musician.
Do you have any connection at all?
No, not at all. You're completely barking up the wrong tree there. Sam, I don't have a motive for killing Dorota. Full stop. I'd have to be possessed to murder anything. Do you believe in possession, Sam?
Maybe or no.
Just keep an eye out for anyone acting suspiciously. Although, today, almost everyone seems to be acting suspiciously.
How did you predict the murder?
We did a reading. A group reading, actually. With a special tarot deck.
What's a group reading?
The three of us get together and read the same cards. Bronwyn says it makes the whole thing stronger or more powerful or something. But I'm pretty sure I'd get the same answers just on my own.
Tell me about the special tarot deck.
Mercury? It's not exactly from here. With a normal tarot deck, you'd have the question, so you'd be the querent. With Mercury, it gives you the question and the answer. The cards themselves kind of change. It's a special deck.
Can I see?
I don't have it at the moment. Bronwyn has it.
What were you doing last night?
I was in my room. Praying, actually. I don't believe in God, but I was still praying. It didn't work.
Not surprised. What do you believe in?
I don't believe in anything. But I also believe anything is possible, so... it's a conundrum.
Leave.
Different rooms. Different...
Hi, Sam, is it? Come on in, make yourself at home. Mi casa es su casa. Come on.
Did you know Dorota?
I don't know anyone in this town, except for Bronwyn and Rain, obviously, and Violet, and the Chief, and now you. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous.
How did you know she was going to die?
Good old-fashioned fortune-telling. Well, kind of. We drew a card each and smushed them all together. Do you know what the most dangerous tarot card is?
Death, the devil, the happy squirrel.
Everybody thinks that. It's such a cliche. The death card doesn't even mean death. Most of the time.
So what is the most dangerous tarot card?
The Five of Swords. I think so anyway. There's nothing more dangerous than someone taking whatever they want no matter the cost.
You drew the Five of Swords?
Yeah, I did. Rain got the Knight of Wands, that's Dorota, and Bronwyn got the Ten of Swords, which is, well, you know, swords in general are bad.
How well do you know Bronwyn?
She's like my big sister, so pretty well.
Pass.
You know the chief's got it all wrong. Ron could never hurt anyone. But I'm sure a smart detective like you can help prove she's innocent.
I do my best, that won't work on me.
Ah, that's mean. She didn't do it anyway. Chief DuPont's crazy.
Why did you come to August?
The cards told us to. Well, the cards in rain. Tarot gives us a rough direction and he narrows it down with some astrological jiggery-pokery. He's basically a walking esoteric library. And if that sounds dull, let me reassure you, it is.
You do whatever the cards tell you?
No? Well, yeah. Well, no. We have a job to do.
A job?
I didn't say job. I said job.
What?
Okay. We make a cheese obelisk, a chob, and depending on the shape of that chob, we get different answers to questions.
I know you're lying.
No, you don't.
What were you doing last night?
I was in my room all night with Bronwyn. We were painting our nails.
Can I see your nails?
No, I mean, yeah, I've already cleaned it off.
Dodgy.
So this is coming from Marek, and they say, I'm in a circus, walking.
Find somewhere safe to transition. You're not a superhero.
Transition? Oh. I can transition at this shape-shifting detective, isn't it?
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
Let's can string these things together.
Well, you weren't far off, I'll be honest, Poe, but there are different elements.
You don't trust me, do you, Violet? Is it because I read tarot? Why don't you let me pull a card for you?
No, thank you. Okay.
I'm violent now.
Great. What do you want to know about?
The murder. My love life. Sam.
Ah. The moon. A card of illusion and deception. It shines, but really it's just a dusty old rock. Seems there's more to our detective friend than meets the eye.
Did you sleep well last night?
Yes, thank you.
I didn't see you yesterday evening.
I stayed in my room. You can ask Lexi. That reminds me, I think I found a book of yours. It's called He Came Through the Shadows.
What makes you think it's mine?
Your name's written on the inside cover.
Everything that you do, you detract their attention.
Yeah.
Mrs. Gallagher, an unexpected pleasure.
How long are you planning to be here?
In town? I really don't know. Until the tarot tells us to leave, or you kick us out, obviously.
How did you know Dorota was going to die? Why do you think the police suspect Bronwyn?
We didn't know she was definitely going to die, only that she was definitely in danger of dying. Tarot cards can tell you a lot when you know what you're looking for.
You're listening to Radio August.
Hello, Violet. Is everything okay? Ignore the mess. I was just going to tidy it up.
Did you have a pleasant evening last night?
Great, thanks. The room's really lovely.
But you weren't in this room, were you? But you weren't. I didn't see you around yesterday evening.
I stayed here. I was playing solitaire with Bronwyn.
Isn't solitaire for one player? You weren't painting your nails?
Yeah, I was playing and she was scoring.
It's in far better shape than he is. I limp past the wreck towards the exit ramp. At the top, a reinforced steel wall now separates the...
I see. I'll go back to being Sam, and I'll go back to being me, because that is the end of this session of this shape-shifting detective game. See you next time.